After a weekend this tragic, it's impossible not to stop and ask the hard question. How did we sink this low? And when did we decide this will be our new normal? This past weekend, we had several mass shootings across the United States and one in Australia. We also lost Rob Reiner in the most tragic way possible. Predictably, Donald Trump not only failed to meet the moment, he sank beneath it. In a moment that demanded empathy and leadership, he offered none. Only insults and bile. No sympathy, no restraint, just cruelty. Today we remember Rob Reiner, and we make clear just how morally corrupt the MAGA movement is, from Trump all the way down. But first, please hit that subscribe button and ring that bell so you'll be the first to know when we post. This is Pragmotiv News, and I'm Trey. So this past weekend was deadly. Here in the United States, we had four, yes, count them, four mass shootings, including the Brown University shooting that the media has widely reported on. That shooting injured 9 and claimed the lives of 2 people. In addition to Brown University, there were also shootings in Greenville, North Carolina, where 4 people were injured at a hookah lounge, in Brooklyn, New York, where 6 people were wounded at a Sweet 16 party, and in Cleveland, Ohio, near a lounge where 1 person was killed and 3 others injured. As if that wasn't enough tragedy, in Australia, 2 shooters opened fire at a Hanukkah celebration, killing 15 people and hospitalizing dozens of people. On top of all of that, we all learned of the death of Rob Reiner and his wife Michele Reiner. NBC News is reporting that filmmaker Rob Reiner and his wife Michele Reiner were found dead in their Los Angeles home Sunday, according to a source close to the Reiner family. The source said the couple appeared to have died from stab wounds. Further reporting from NBC alleges that the Reiners' son Nick was the one who stabbed them, and he has since been arrested. So here's a nice write-up about who Rob Reiner was. New York Times is reporting that Rob Reiner, the son of a pioneering television comedian who became a popular sitcom actor himself before directing a slate of beloved films, including This Is Spinal Tap, When Harry Met Sally, and The Princess Bride, and becoming a prominent voice in liberal politics, died on Sunday at his home in the Brentwood section of Los Angeles. He was 78. Mr. Reiner initially found fame on the sitcom All in the Family in the 1970s, playing Mike Stivic, the son-in-law of the curmudgeon Archie Bunker, who called him Meathead. He went on to become a remarkably versatile film director, equally adept at the mockumentary Spinal Tap, the coming-of-age film Stand By Me, the children's classic Princess Bride, and the romantic comedy When Harry Met Sally, and the courtroom drama A Few Good Men. Throughout his career as a director and a producer, Mr. Reiner continued to act on television and in films by others, making him that rare Hollywood figure who is known for both work behind the camera and in front of it. At the same time, he led a vibrant political life, lending his celebrity to a variety of liberal causes, including gay marriage. Mr. Reiner's family was rooted in show business. His father, Carl Reiner, created the Dick Van Dyke Show, transplanting the family from New York to Los Angeles in the 1950s, and at times drawing inspiration for his scripts from his own family life. So, Donald Trump, being the morally corrupt lizard that he is, posted this on Nothing But Lies social. I'm summarizing because I refuse to read his filth in full. He said that Rob and his wife Michele passed away due to the anger he caused others through his massive, unyielding, and incurable affliction with a mind-crippling disease known as Trump derangement syndrome. Pull it back up on the screen cam so people who watch it on video can see. That's his full statement, y'all. The bastard went on to say that he was known to have driven people crazy by his raging obsession with Trump. Now, I apologize to our audio listeners, but That motherfucker has burned through whatever patience I had left. So we have put the full message up on the screen. So if you want to see it, you're going to have to head on over to YouTube or Spotify. So here we go. Take a look at what the lizard did when confronted about that reprehensible post.
A number of Republicans have denounced your statement on Truth Social after the murder of Rob Reiner. Do you stand by that post?
Well, I wasn't a fan of his at all. He was a deranged person as far as Trump is concerned. He said he knew it was false. In fact, it's the exact opposite, that I was a friend of Russia, controlled by Russia. You know, it was the Russia hoax. He was one of the people behind it. I think he hurt himself in career-wise. He became like a deranged person, Trump derangement syndrome. So I was not a fan of Rob Reiner at all, in any way, shape, or form. I thought he was very bad for our country.
And as usual, Barack Obama had to show this ill-prepared, hate-filled, small in substance but big in size, immature bitch what presidential behavior actually looks like. Here's what Barack had to say. Barack said, Michelle and I are heartbroken by the tragic passing of Rob Reiner and his beloved wife, Michelle. Rob's achievements in film and television gave us some of our most cherished stories on screen. But beneath all of the stories he produced was a deep belief in the goodness of people and a lifelong commitment to putting that belief into action. Together, he and his wife lived lives defined by purpose. They will be remembered for the values they championed and the countless people they inspired. We send our deepest condolences to all who loved them. So as we have established, Donald Trump lacks the basic empathy required for a civilized society. Not to mention how every day he completely and utterly fails at filling the shoes of even our most basic past presidents, let alone consequential presidents like Barack Obama. So because of his horrible example, this country and therefore the world has sunk into violence. Trump has championed political violence over and over again, and this is just his latest assault on civility. But this time, he was met with some opposition. Take a look.
In a surprising turn of events, some Republicans and right-wingers have now condemned the hateful rhetoric spewed by Trump. Here, for example, is Republican Senator John Kennedy.
A wise man once said nothing. Why? Because he's a wise man. I think President Trump should have said nothing.
Here's what Fox News looked like.
On Laura Ingraham's show about how Rob talked when Charlie Kirk was assassinated. I knew Charlie Kirk. I supported him. I'd seen him last year, just before Christmas, and to know that he had been assassinated was so devastating. People said such horrible things, and Rob did not. And when people say horrible things about Rob right now, I find it, quite frankly, infuriating and distasteful.
If Joe Biden had said this about anybody, I would have attacked him and said he was completely wrong. I do hope the president comes back and corrects himself.
Well, he was asked to, and he didn't. But I get why you're upset.
It's wrong. I don't disagree with you, but it's wrong, and we should be able to call out right and wrong. We've talked about it on the show this earlier today. That's wrong what he did.
Marjorie Taylor Greene posted, Rob Reiner and his wife were tragically killed at the hands of their own son, who reportedly had drug addiction and other issues, and their remaining children are left in serious mourning and heartbreak. This is a family tragedy, not about politics or political enemies. Many families deal with a family member with drug addiction and mental health issues. It's incredibly difficult and should be met with empathy, especially when it ends in murder. Thomas Massey posted, regardless of how you felt about Rob Reiner, this is inappropriate and disrespectful discourse about a man who was just brutally murdered. I guess my elected GOP colleagues, the VP and White House staff, will just ignore it because they're afraid. I challenge anyone to defend it.
Of course, that was only a few Republicans showing a shred of decency. The rest of them, including Speaker of the House MAGA Mike Johnson, the Senate leader, Republican John Thune, and the majority of the Republican Party, stayed silent, refusing to condemn Trump's hateful, tasteless message about Rob Reiner and his wife. It's just another reminder how these people are just unfit. unfit to be productive members of society, and unfit to be in charge of a nation. So my last point takes me to CBS, aka Fox News 2.0. Recently, this woman named Barry Weiss has been installed as the new editor-in-chief for the prestigious CBS News. All of this happened after Skydance purchased CBS. Now, I actually made a video about all of this recently, but apparently the powers that be don't want y'all to know about it based on the number of impressions it got. So be defiant and go watch it. After you finish this video, of course. So don't leave this one. I'll make sure to link that video in the description below. But Barry Weiss sat down with Charlie Kirk's widow, Erica Kirk. And y'all, just watch the clip.
Is there a difference, Erica, between forgiving someone in a religious and spiritual sense, but also wanting justice for them here on earth?
No, of course. But we serve a just God. And I rest easy in knowing that He's sovereign, but He's just. And so let the Lord handle that.
Her mouth is saying one thing, but look at her eyes. They are telling a completely different story. It's given possessed by Lucifer. Y'all think I'm joking, but I'm serious. That was really off-putting. These people are unhinged. They tore into anyone who dared to call Charlie Kirk what he was, a racist, and then had the audacity to claim that the left is the one stoking all the violence. But look at the receipts I just dropped. It's all there. Every single lie and the hypocrisy laid bare for anyone willing to see it. MAGA is the one stoking the violence. Always has been. Ever since Donald Trump rolled his ass down that escalator 10 years ago. He's preached nothing but hate. And don't even try to deny it, because it's on fucking camera. Like I keep saying, independent media like us here at Pragmotiv and other responsible outlets committed to the truth, such as the I've Had It podcast, the Don Lemon show, Joy Reid show, and many others, are the only thing standing between you and a nonstop barrage of propaganda. Fox News and now CBS are perfect examples of what we're up against. You can help spread the word. Like, comment, and share this video so that the algorithm will put it in front of people who need to see it most. We're closing in on 1,000 subscribers, and we can't do it without your support. Remember that you can find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Audible, and iHeartRadio, or wherever you get your podcasts. So that's going to do it for me today, y'all. Catch y'all later. Peace.